Hey kiddos. So, I've got a few long videos that I put out a long time ago for Elliot and Raina and Trish to explain how to get around the guitar and the fretboard and how to put together scales and memorize notes and all that junk. But it has occurred to me that putting out a 35-minute video and expecting anybody to watch it is probably asking too much in this day and age. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put out a few videos over the next few days to try and break this down a little bit better with minimal rambling involved, and see if we can't actually make some progress here. So first off, memorizing the fretboard, you don't actually have to memorize the whole damn thing. Most guitarists already know this, but as long as you've got this string memorized, the low E string, the low E string, high E string, same thing. As long as you've got that memorized with the F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and it's relatively easy to memorize. You don't have to memorize from here all the way up. Memorize F, G, A, B, just G, A, B on these three dots. Up here, you've got the E right here, so obviously D, C. That's the two before it. Between the dots, you've got G, A, B, E, D, C. Right? As long as you've got this memorized, and down here, same as up here. We all know that. As long as you've got this memorized, and if you're playing a G up here, want to know where your next G is? Go down 2 and up 2. There's your next octave. Same as that. But if you're on the 3rd fret of the E, then you go down 2 to the D string, up 2 to the 5th fret, you've got the same note. That works from the A string going down to the G string as well. Same thing. So anytime you're on running through your scales, this note is this note is this note, because low E, high E. So anything you're playing here, same down here. But additionally, anything on this string, down 2 and up 2, next octave. That also helps in deciding which notes you're going to play, because you've got the next octave right here. On the A and the G string, same thing. The B throws a wrench into that. So if you're on the D string and you play going up, down, up 2 and over 2, you're behind. You need to go up 3 on the B string for the next octave. So the B string screws this up, but the E string, the high E string, is the same as the low E string, right? So at least you've got that. That will allow you to help you to move between these 4 strings with a lot more ease without having to actually memorize every single fret. Another thing is that you already know the 5th fret is the same as the open string on the next one. That's how you tune your guitar. Except for the B, that screws it up, right? But the way you can work that is, if you're on the G, 3rd fret, the next open string is 1 step up, or not 1 step, one note up. If I'm playing the G, this is the A. Accordingly, if I'm playing the C up here, if I go back 3, then I've got the D, right? Because that's the C. So you can go from here down 2 and up 2 for the same note, or you can go here, go down and back 3 frets for the next note. All right? C, D. That'll give you 2 ways to glance at the fretboard and see what you're doing. However, if you've got the G here, you go down to the next, you're looking at C right here. D, E. There's really no way to reference the next string off of this one easily, because from here to go to the G down here, you're way the hell up here. Yeah? So you've got to either move backwards on this string from this string to this string, or you've got to skip them. Now if you've got your G string, if you have anything figured out on it, that'll make your A string easier. But anyway, so you've got down 2, up 2, or you've got down 1, back 3 for the next note. This next octave of the same note, this next note in the series. Alright? C, D, D, E. Alright? E, F. But anyway. Oh, F sharp. My bad. That's the thing about this. I'm screwing up. It's not the next step. It's not the next half step. It's the next whole step. So if you've got the E here, there is no sharp to the E. So this is not the F. It's the F sharp, because you've got to go. You're basically going 2 frets up when you go 3 back, right? That'll make sense if you think about it. But you've got to be able to remember this stuff. Okay? That should give you some type of reference off of those, so that you can actually tell what you're playing at all times. And you should already know this is the G, because G. Everybody knows that. And you should know this is the C, because that's the C. Everybody knows that. Okay? G, G. That'll give you a reference point to be able to figure out your fretboard a lot easier than trying to memorize every single individual dot on all these strings. If you've got this one memorized, you've got this one memorized. Okay? But the only way this one really helps you, because you've got the G here. On the B string though, to be able to get to the same G, you've got B, C, D, E, F, G. It's way the shit up here, right? From here to here. There's not an easy way to reference going backwards off this E. There really isn't. However, got the B, B, C, D is right here, right? If you go up this string, this is a G string. You've got G, A, B, C, D here, D, D. Because instead of being tuned down 5, this is only tuned down 4. The B string is going to screw you over. But if you remember that it's 4 frets difference, normally you would move down this. 3 frets would be the same, or the next note. On this one, from the G to the B, here, 4 frets. Damn it, where was I? Trying to talk and do it at the same time, I'm failing. Whatever you hit here on the G string, when you go down to the B string, if you go 4 frets back, you're hitting the same note. Right? So 2 frets would be the next note. Right? So up here, you've got G, A, B, right? Down 2, or down 1 and back 3 is the next note. From the G to the B, it's down and back 2 for the next note, because the B is tuned differently. See? That's the same note if you go back 4. So if you go back 2, next note. Makes sense? That only works on the B. Okay? that does not work going from the B to the E. This E, same as this E. If you memorize these, you've got these memorized. You don't need a reference point for this string, because you don't need a reference point for this string. Alright? It's the entire reason they're the same. All you need is a reference point to spring off from this, and a reference point to go backwards from here to here, here to here. Okay? That's all you need. Practice with that. Go through the notes. Make sure that you really understand how that works. And make sure that E is memorized, because the next few videos I'm putting out, we're going to explore why the notes matter, or rather, everybody should know that, what you can actually do with that and building your own riffs and your own licks and all that. Alright, but for now, I got to call these damn people.